Hey there, and welcome to day 11 of 14 days of safety and uncertainty. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about seeing as much as possible and why I have a meerkat as my mascot for Be Highly Reliable. So this is Virgil, and you'll see him all over my stuff. And the reason I have a meerkat is I was just always so taken aback with their incredible ability to be vigilant. So he's Virgil the Vigilant, and let's think about how animals have to manage the very same types of uncertainty and surprise as we do. So here's a quote from our favorite book. HROs take deliberate steps to create more complete and nuanced pictures. They simplify less and see more, knowing that the world they face is complex, unstable, unknowable, and unpredictable. They position themselves to see as much as possible. And in fact, there he is. What's he doing? Seeing as much as possible. So the problem comes when we rely too much on our expectations of the world. And I'm going to talk about something that limits our ability to see. And that's actually a particular type of glasses that we wear. And I'm going to show you where they come from. So actually our vulnerability that's natural in a complex socio-technical system, there is very necessary that we use plans to form a foundation for our organization, but we have to remember where our plans come from. Our plans come from our expectations. Basically, a bunch of people get together in a room and they say, hey, how do you think it's going to work out? How many babies are going to be born? How many ORs do we need? How much supplies should we stock? We take those expectations, which are imperfect because we don't know everything, and we create plans. So yeah, I'm on the older side. So these are plans and binders just to help us get a mental model of what goes on with plans. These plans, which are the best we can do and we have to have them, form a pair of glasses. I call these the plan glasses. And what the plan glasses do is they slide right down over your eyes and start to limit how you see. And I'm going to show you 3 ways that they are limiting. So the first vulnerability comes from the very fact that we don't know everything, so they're limited, okay? There's things that we could never have planned for or imagined. So just by definition, they're always going to be limited to what we are familiar with. Secondly, they're limiting. What they do is they act as this invisible guidance where we have this something called the confirmation bias, where we see what we expect to see. And so what happens is you get a small signal that something's maybe outside of your plans, and your brain works very hard to tell you that you're not seeing that. So that's called the confirmation bias. We will actually seek out evidence that our plans are being met, and again, discount that they are not being met. The third vulnerability has to do with lulling. Plans can lull you to sleep. In fact, when you start to work in a very predictable environment, and Monday plans work great, Tuesday plans work great, Wednesday you think your plans are going to be sufficient, you end up like the meerkat in the zoo. Here he is. Don't be this meerkat. This is a meerkat who has been lulled into complacency because he is on a predictable schedule. So as you're working with your limiting, and lulling plans, you have to realize that outside of the plans, something unexpected is going to come. It's going to come in all shapes and sizes. So the question is not whether it's coming. The question is, how quickly do you recognize it? And that's why I have so much respect for these little guys. There he is. What is he doing? He's looking to see, where's my surprise coming from? So my question for you today is, as we're in this unfolding and unpredictable event, how can you position yourself to see as much as possible? And again, I'm going to encourage you to think about other people's eyes. What I personally did last night was get on the internet, go on YouTube, and watch news from all around the world. That's how I position myself to see as much as possible. Until tomorrow, please Be well, be safe, be brave. And for all of you out there working to support us, thank you.